Good morning. It is kind of breezy and cool. Off in the distance, it looks very foggy, but there's moisture in the air, so I think it's fog. But there is a smell of fire just a little bit in the air. I am drinking a cup of coffee, and then I'll start getting packed up here in a little bit. It is 7:02 a.m. and I am walking. Hollywood was brushing his teeth, and then Cece was, I think she was about to put her pack on and start walking too. So they're right behind me. This is quite the morning. We've been talking a little bit, and what I was saying is a lot of fog. They think is smoke. I still think, because the air is very moist. So with this high moisture content, I think it's like I'm a mixture of smoke and fog. But it makes for some interesting views because everything's kind of like hazy and post-apocalyptic. So let me get up just a little bit higher on this climb. We got some good climbing to do here, but only 8.9 total. So I'm gonna get a little bit higher here so the view's a little better, and then I'll get you some good views. So the top of that earlier was covered. It does kind of look like smoke's rising up there. And then yeah, the more, it's looking more smoky. I'm zoomed in, and this appears more to be sitting like a cloud that's slowly burning off. Does not appear to be like pluming up like smoke from the other side of the mountain. So I don't know. I think we're fine imminently. I do think there's a chance there's a fire further behind us or somewhere. All right, well, I'm walking on a nice easy stretch for a bit. Just a couple random things. So the other day, we were talking about at lunch, like how far we were gonna go that day. And Hollywood kind of laughed and he said, "You remember when we did the first marathon?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "We thought that was such a big deal. And now we usually do more than a marathon every day." I was like, that is true. It's kind of odd to think about that, like literally we're doing more than a marathon almost every day on foot. So on a different conversation on a different day, I think this may have been at Shelter Cove, Fireball said, so Fireball's been around us a good bit lately. She didn't want to be on the YouTubes, so I usually don't film her or include her in them. She was tired of some of your negative comments. But anywho, she said the first thing she's doing when this is over is going on a long vacation somewhere. You know, this is her first long distance hike. And she said, people think that like we're out here just like on some big 6-month vacation. And she said, this is hard. And it's hard work. And I need a vacation when this is done. I was like, absolutely. I mean, I think we all need a vacation when this is done. It is hard work. It's work. I love it. I love living like this, but it is a lot of work. And I think our bodies definitely need a respite when this is over. Now, speaking of respite, man, I'm just segueing like crazy here. So speaking of respite, we have actually starting today, we kind of have a whole week of leisure. So we only have 9 miles today, and then we have the rest of today in Bend. We have tomorrow and the next day in Bend. We have to download the Washington maps, figure out all this fire situations. There's 3 or 4 spots in Washington where all of our intel is you pretty much have to send resupply boxes. There's no way to resupply at those points. So at least one of those is actually closed because of the fire right now. So we're gonna have to, when we get to town, download the Washington maps because none of us have even downloaded them yet. And we're gonna have to figure out all the closures, kind of what our plan for Washington is. Someone told us the other day you can only actually hike like 200 miles of Washington right now, which not that much is closed, but we'll get into this later. That may be somewhat true. So we have to spend some time. Then once we figure everything out, Hollywood and I, because Cece has already done some of this in advance of the hike, she has someone sending boxes that she's already prepared. So Hollywood and I are gonna have to go to stores and put together several resupply boxes and then ship them to the various places. So that's gonna be like one day of chores. And also it's very popular in Bend. I guess locals do it, tourists do it. The river, I guess, goes through downtown, and it's very popular to float it like in tubes. It's like a safe, slow-moving, scenic river. So we plan to take one day. This is something Cece has been talking about for a long time and wanting to do. So we're going to take a day and float. And then when we leave Bend, we just have 20 miles to do. And then Trail Angel Patrick, who you all may remember, I think the last time we saw, he's given us trail magic twice. I'm thinking maybe Walker Pass what's it called, Walker Pass? I don't remember. I think it was, I can't remember the town right now. I don't remember the town. I think it was Tehachapi maybe, or I don't know. No, I don't know what it was. Whatever it was. Patrick has given us trail magic twice. We've kept in contact with him. He is driving up from Southern California to go to trail days, and he has offered to pick us up along the way, take us to trail days, and then bring us back afterwards where he picked us up. So after Bend, we only have like 20 miles, and then we'll be leaving Bend on like the 15th, sometime in the morning or mid-morning, depending on what time we got to get to the rendezvous point. And then Patrick will pick us up sometime early on the 16th. So that'll just be like 2 shortish days. And then we'll go to trail days for 2 days and then come back. So then we should have only like 150 miles worth of Oregon left to do. And we've already talked about planning to do that within a week and get on to Washington. So all that to say, we kind of have a week of fun and not a lot of big hiking days, which I need right now. I mean, I'm 41. All these 26, 27, 28, 29 mile days. And last night we got to camp at a relatively decent time, but getting into camp at like 10 p.m. and getting to bed late, getting up and starting again tomorrow, like my body doesn't have enough time to recover. Because usually I'm fine, but if I don't have enough recovery time, I can definitely feel it the next day. I was walking along a few minutes ago, and there were a group of like 5 people, I think. There was a couple guys, and there was a gap. There's 3 women. And as I was walking by, the guys, I got out of the way, they passed me. The women because I was going uphill then, all got out of the way. And as I was passing the last one, this lady looked at me, and I had earbuds in listening to something, and she went like this, and I thought I heard my name. I took the earbud out. I only had one end, but it was on the side she was standing. And she said, "That's Chap." I was like, "Yeah, how do you know me?" And she said, "Well, I was following your whole journey until I started my own journey." And it was pretty interesting. So her name was Noreen. So great to meet you, Noreen. Thanks for saying hi. It was Noreen and her two sisters. They were doing all of Oregon southbound. So they started at Cascade Locks. So they've been out for 2.5 weeks. And so I just wanted to say thank you very much for saying hello. It's always nice to meet people that are on the other side of the screen. So I have not looked lately, but we're probably 3.5 or 4 miles from the road. And as always, I'm ready to get to town, get some town food. I don't know what we're going to eat or what we're going to do. We're going to have several hours before we can check in the Airbnb. So I think we'll probably find somewhere to eat that has some internet and start figuring out this fire closure resupply business so we can kind of get our ducks in a row on that. I see Cece way over there. I do not love walking on all these rocks. And it looks like that's where the trail picks up on the other side of the road. We're down here to the road. Haven't seen cars. But there's a comment to go point 2 to some observatory parking lot. And it's apparently much easier to hitch from there. So, it looks like that's probably where Cece is already headed. So at first I thought there was not going to be any cars. And I was like, oh, this isn't looking good. Then I look over there. There's a ton of cars and a ton of people. Breathing heavy. Because we decided we hadn't run in a while. And we ran up. It is 11:15. We've probably been to the road for, I don't know, close to an hour. We've been trying to get a ride or hitch or talk to people here for a little while. It's not going well. And now there's more hikers here, everybody trying to get rides. So we got competition. Luckily, the ones that came in after us are kind of staying back, waiting for us to get our ride because we were first. So hopefully something will materialize soon. We just talked to somebody there going the opposite way, so that's no help. Bend is further than Sisters, but Cece says if we can get to Sisters, there's a bus from Sisters to Bend. So either way, as long as somebody's going that way, we're willing to get in a car. We got a ride, but only to Sisters. So our hitch got us to Sisters, and then we found there's a bus from Sisters to take us to Bend. We ate at Dairy Queen real quick. And now we are headed over here to the bus stop. I think we have 30 minutes or so to wait, and it's an hour-long bus ride. But we're gonna get there, so. And it's early in the day, so I don't know, it's probably 1 o'clock or so. We have made it to Bend, and we are being super efficient with our time. For real. We figured out all of our resupply and the boxes for Washington on the bus. Now we're walking down the street here in Bend, headed to the U-Haul place, and we're gonna try to rent a U-Haul van and just do all of our errands and all the resupply and do everything today with this van. So that is the plan. All right, hopefully we get that van. I got here though, and somebody rented the van while we were walking over here. Good news is we got a truck, and she said it'll fit 3. So yeah, we're good to go. We got a pickup truck, And not at 4 hours, we get it for 24 hours. Check that baby out. Check me out driving. I haven't driven in a while. Oh, I did drive. I would do what?
I said, so I'm gonna film it.
I drove in Mammoth when that girl gave us her car. Look at that. All right, we're at the Walmarts. Walmart was stressful. I spent $261 for 15 days of resupply and a couple things for the house. I think I got what I need, but now we're gonna head to Trader Joe's, see what we can find for the house. I'm sitting in the Trader Joe's parking lot. Man, it is so nice to have a vehicle to do all these errands. So I think there's maybe paying or should be about done in Trader Joe's. We have, look at this. We got our packs and we have so much stuff. It actually doesn't look like it from that angle, but I'm glad we got a truck for all these groceries. Once they get back in here, we will have done most of all the errands and it's about 5 o'clock. So we're gonna head to the Airbnb, probably get settled, shower, clean up, and then I think we're gonna go out for dinner tonight. So we don't really want to cook or anything. So that is our plan. That's what we're doing for now. All right, here's the inside. I'll go back to the outside in a minute. The lights are off, but we got us a cute little house. Look at this. We got us a real bathroom with a shower. I guess CC Grace gives this here fancy adult bedroom. Back through here, I guess me and Hollywood get these bunk beds. But they're big bunk beds. We got us a backyard. Look at that. There's a hot tub out there too. We have a hot tub. We have this really cute little area. Like, check this out. Got a table. We got bicycles.
I wonder if, like, we could rent to buy this place.
Would you look at this? We have our own house and truck. We've come up in the world from these tents. Isn't that amazing? Just sitting on a couch with my feet up, freshly showered. I gotta wear a coat and a towel because the clothes are all dirty. And Hollywood's the last one in the shower now. And we've just kind of been piddling, repacking some of our food and organizing, getting settled here. Had a couple beers. You know, I never really drank Modelo, and like Modelo has been the beer of this trail for me. Cece is cooking something, making a salad, I think. We're going to eat here because it's already 8 o'clock. When he's done with the shower, we'll probably start doing laundry, so then I don't have to wear a coat. It's been a pretty dang good day. We're in a house. I got a truck parked outside that I got the keys to. I can't drive it anymore at night because I've already had 3 beers, but we have it until 2:45 p.m. tomorrow. So Cece has some kind of like hair or spa or some kind of appointment tomorrow morning. So probably drop her off at that, and then Hollywood and I will, I don't even know, how long does this appointment take?
30 minutes.
Okay, so it's we'll either wait for her or go do the boxes and then get her or something. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we're just going to eat here and hang out tonight. Probably get in the hot tub later. And I'm tired. And I got like a good bed with a good pillow. And I'm looking forward to sleep. So I'm just going to tell you all now, have a good night. And we'll see you tomorrow.